Yeah.
This is Dwayne Johnson, aka Jerry Cruiseman, with Cruiseman Critics and Maggie Fields. And we're going to talk about Jungle Cruise.
So this movie is out in theaters right now. It is PG-13 adventure fantasy. 2 hours and 42 minutes, it said. I knew it was long, but goodness gracious,
I didn't think it was that long. Is it really that long?
That's what it says. I've got 4.1 stars with over 3,000 views right now, and yeah, I'm gonna definitely give it at least 4.1 stars. I really enjoyed this movie.
Unfortunately, Rotten Tomatoes is a little lesser number, which surprises me. 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, but a 92% like from all the viewership. 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb. I too like this movie a lot. Jungle Cruise is a 2021 American fantasy adventure film. It's based on the Walt Disney theme park attraction of the same name, produced by Walt Disney Pictures and Seven Bucks Productions. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Just briefly, the plans for the feature film was based on the Jungle Cruise ride. It began back in 2004, following the success of Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. The project kind of lay dormant until 2011, and Tom Hanks and Tim Allen were set to star. Go figure. Ultimately, that fell through, and Johnson was cast in 2015 and Blunt the following January. The rest of the cast joined in 2018, and filming took place in Hawaii and Atlanta, Georgia, from May through September of that year. Anything else?
I had also read that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson wanted Emily Blunt to co-star, and he wouldn't do it without her, and he had to convince her. Like, it took so long to convince her, and she finally read the script and agreed to do it. And
I like it.
That's part of why it took so long.
I thought the chemistry between Blunt and Johnson was exceptional. I mean, it really kind of, it just clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you all thought.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't have seen it with any two
Yeah.
other people. Like, it just made
They were
sense.
perfect. Like, both of them played their roles so well, and everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved this movie so much. And I watched it in 40X, so it was 3D, moving seats, wind, water, all of it. And it was like a roller coaster. It was like a roller coaster, and I've never been on the actual roller coaster, but that was really cool and it was really amazing. But we watched it again for Avi's birthday, and it was just as good, even without all of that stuff. So it was
2D?
really good.
So you saw it in the 3D, and I, just so you know, Morgan, when I saw it, it was obviously 2D. But you could see multiple pieces in this film that was specifically put together for that 3D aspect. I mean, there was one scene. I know we're jumping ahead, and we'll circle back, but there was one scene where the boat, when they first start out early on, he's got the tourist out there, and they're starting to come in against this tree, and they're skipper, captain, and this branch is just coming towards the camera.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know.
you could see that it was 3D all over the place, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job with that.
The snakes and the bees in the water when they were like hanging off the cliff and stuff.
oh, I forgot about the bees. I'll bet the bees in 3D were like awesome.
Yeah, all of it in 3D was so cool.
So yeah, the action, the thrill, the fantasy, it was colorful, the beautiful scenery, the saloon, the jungle, the river, the boat, the water, they had to be underwater, and the whole new city that came up, and the magical tree, and the just like, it was so creative, and all, the different scenes. It was entertaining. I wish I could have seen it in 3D. I would love to have. Anyway, it was just downright fun. The whole movie.
It was so fun, and it was really funny, and there were so many jokes.
Dad jokes.
Oh my
So
God.
many dad jokes, which I really appreciate, even though I'm not a dad.
I love
But
it.
even like if it wasn't like, obviously The Rock had a lot of like just dad jokes, but even other parts were funny, and I really love funny movies and action movies, and but some parts were still serious, and I like that they can like mix it all together and it's still good.
Yeah, they did a really good job of mixing all that together. This one did remind me, and Dad, you mentioned the Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's what it actually reminded me of, was Pirates of the Caribbean when I was watching this, and which can't go wrong with that. So
Yeah,
it was good. Since we went to go see this for your birthday, what did you think?
Yeah,
I thought it was awesome.
Awesome. What was your favorite part?
When when he got stabbed and then fell off the cliff and then went bam, bam, bam.
Like hit all the trees on the way down.
Yeah. I also wanted to talk about that because that is a part of the movie I did not see coming at all.
Yeah, like we all thought, like, oh my god, he died.
So major spoiler alert. But sometimes, or most of the times in movies, I can kind of see like ahead and see what's going to happen. Like, even if I'm not trying to see, I can just kind of like guess what's going to happen. But this one, I had no idea. When he got stabbed, I was like, oh, he's probably going to be alive, whatever. I had no idea that he was going to be 400 years old.
That's right.
I did not see that coming.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, that was, which I really liked that because it was just totally like, what? Like a surprise.
So I'm going to break up the party just a little bit. Avi, who was your favorite character in the movie?
I'm like, no hesitation. Frank.
Maggie, who was your favorite character in the movie?
Frank as well.
Morgan, who was your favorite character in the movie?
Lily, of course. Lily. Emily Blunt.
Gotcha. I have two. My first one is Proxima. My second one is Emily Blunt's brother.
Yeah.
Jack
It
White.
was funny too.
And
I like the part.
I will talk about him later.
I like the part where he changes, and then she's like, "Aren't you gonna get hot in that?" He's like, "No," and then it cuts to the next scene, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so hot," because it's just like, it's so true.
Yes, I like the Prince as well.
He's evil.
Jesse Plemons. His voice was
Jesse Plemons.
cracking me up, though. It was like so different than what he's done, and he just it was so funny. But he was perfect for the role. It was just cracking me up. I was like,
And
oh,
the
look,
part
it's Jesse Plemons.
Where
But
he was
then it
saying
like,
the jungle, and
wow.
he was like, "The jungle."
the jungle? The what?
And then he's just like, I don't care anymore.
Actually, I wanted to say what my favorite part was. Besides the dad jokes, which were hilarious to me because, I mean, I'm a mom, but I'm of the age of dad jokes. The intro with the Metallica, the orchestra, like the Metallica in the background or whatever, it was like, ooh. And, like Mike doesn't love movies, but he went to go see it though. We all went to go see it as a family, which was really nice because we don't do that very often. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna set the bar right here because Metallica is like his favorite band, Yeah. So I was like, oh, Dad's gonna like this. And then when Frank is telling about the story, the history of who he is, and 400 years old, and the whole backstory of it or whatever, and it went back to the the Metallica, just the acoustic version in the background, and it was like the whole thing. A lot of times with movies like that, sometimes you can get kind of lost in the meaning of it or whatever. It's kind of a slow part. It might be, I don't want to say boring because it's giving you a lot of information, but you might kind of skip past it, and then later you figure it out in pieces or whatever. That part to me was just fantastic. It fit so well. It was so like you really wanted to listen. You really wanted to know what happened, and I really, that was my favorite part of the whole movie.
After the release weekend of Jungle Cruise, Dwayne Johnson announced that discussions are already underway with Walt Disney Company for a sequel. So a company like Walt Disney and/or Seven Bucks Production, which is Dwayne Johnson's production company, they don't go after these sort of things if they don't think that's a viable commodity. And it's obviously got a lot of word of mouth and a lot of interest. It was a fun movie to watch. I mean, forget about the CGI, forget about all that other. You got a lot of star power, and it was just fun to watch. And all of us went with families, and that's kind of what it's all about, right?
Yeah, definitely a family movie.
So $7 Productions is Dwayne Johnson's production company, which was one of the producers. Dwayne Johnson and that production company was one of the producers for this movie, along with Walt Disney. The name $7 Productions referenced the amount of cash Johnson had in his pocket after he was released from the Canadian Football League in 1995 and before he signed with the World Wrestling Federation. It is founded by Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia, who is a IFBB professional bodybuilder, and Hiram Garcia, who is her brother. But anyway, they formed this company, and they have been really rolling out some of the stuff. It's involved in a lot of platforms and mediums, creating original releases for television, film, and emerging technologies. So, yeah, I think it's going to be around for a while.
So, yeah, I'm going to continue rolling with Dwayne Johnson. He is the Rock. He is the Rock, which a lot of people know about. There's so much when I was, reading about him and stuff. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. I mean, if you don't know who he is, you literally live under
A rock.
I mean,
yes.
Retired, but one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. He played college football at the University of Miami. In 2004, he left wrestling to pursue acting. Smart move, if you ask me. I love that. He's just a lovable teddy bear. He's funny. He's sweet. 3 daughters. I've seen little snippets on Instagram of him singing to one of his daughters, because he played Maui in Moana. And
she doesn't know.
Do you know that's Daddy? And she's like, no, like that's not you. Like that's Maui. Like stop, Dad. Whatever. Like still doesn't get it. So he was in Scorpion King, The Tooth Fairy. I know, another family fun, cute little movie. The Jumanji movies 1 and 2.
WWE.
WWE. As I said, the voice of Maui, and so on. Seriously, he's been in so much, and he's just so great. He was born in California. He lived in New Zealand, Connecticut, Hawaii, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Miami. I mean, he's been all over, and just go read his bio. It's very lengthy, but it's well worth it. So.
Right. Yeah, to Maggie's point, he decided on a full scholarship from the University of Miami. He mostly played defensive tackle. In '91, he was on the Miami Hurricanes, the national championship team. He didn't do a lot. He was kind of a backup and a backup to a Pro Football Hall of Famer, Warren Sapp, from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Graduated in '95 with a Bachelor of General Studies in Criminology and Psychology. He signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League as a linebacker. He was assigned to the practice roster, but was cut 2 months into the season. And that segues into $7 Production, $7 in his pocket when he signed with the World Federal Wrestling Federation.
Well, what about Emily Blunt?
She made her acting debut in 2001 stage production of The Royal Family. She went on to appear television film Boudica in 2003. Made her feature film debut in the drama My Summer of Love in 2004. Blunt's breakthrough came in 2006 with a starring role in the television film Gideon's Daughter and the comedy drama The Devil Wears Prada.
I was going to talk about Jesse Plemons. I really just like him a lot.
Jesse. I'm going to let you talk about Jesse.
I didn't do a whole lot on him, but
I got some stuff.
I feel like I've seen him a lot more, and I know there's a few things that I saw that I know that you would have seen him on. But let's start out with, he started out at the year or the age of 3.5 years old in a Coca-Cola commercial. Maybe we can find that. That'd be fun. Landry Clark in the Friday Night Lights series,
Yep.
which, did you watch that one?
No, but I know what you're talking about.
It's super good. It's actually coming back around. I saw it on my when I was looking at Netflix yesterday. He was in Breaking Bad as Todd.
Yep.
Super chill but bad guy. Black Mirror on Netflix. Don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but it's good. And Bridge of Spies.
The part where
In the cave?
yeah, and he like starts to walk away from the wall, and then the wall
Oh,
breaks, and then just like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was like squashes him. I was like, oh my goodness, like that's
That was pretty quick.
harsh.
It was,
pretty
but it was funny.
It was
Jeez.
very abrupt.
Like
Jack Whitehall, who I mentioned earlier. And Jack, the reason I like him so much is he was born July 7th. He's got a comedian background, a lot of British work. He was Gothi, the troll priest voice in Frozen back in 2013. There was a movie I started to watch the other day, Mother's Day in 2016, which you guys would probably like. It's a comedy. And of course, Jungle Cruise. And to be announced, he's going to be he's going to be in the movie Clifford the Big Red Dog. The director, Jaume Collet Serra, is a Spanish director.
wow.
Like that. I'd spell it for you, but we don't need to because Morgan's going to put it out there. Anyway, he's also attached to Black Adam that's coming out in 2022 with Dwayne Johnson. His repertoire is interesting in that started out directing horror films, House of Wax in 2005, Orphan 2009, and The Shallows in 2016, as well as he likes Liam Neeson. Thriller films, Unknown 2011, Nonstop 2014, Run All Night 2015, and The Commuter in 2018. All of them starring Liam Neeson. So,
Good actor.
yeah, if you're going to attach yourself to something, you might as well attach it to him. So,
I would like to give this movie a 4.42 stars.
wow.
Yes, you can rate it. Here.
Actually,
Hold on.
4.42 flower petals.
Oh, I was going to go there.
Ha ha ha.
At least 4.4. Piranha.
What do you think of? What's your score on this?
4.7
Woo.
B people.
B people?
people.
Okay.
B
Like
people.
in the movie.
B.
Yeah. Okay. I might be a little too nice, but I'm gonna give it 5.
Wow.
5. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was
Going
5.
over the top. Can't get any bigger than 5.
5.
Woo.
Snakes.
question number 1.
What is your favorite short film?
One of those little Pixars with the
Yes.
the
All
bird
over Pixar.
with the bird and the is it the bird in the ocean and the whatever? It's been a really long time. Gosh, was it for Finding Nemo maybe? Which would have been a long time ago.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That one, like, just I don't watch a whole lot of short films, but you know they always have some really good ones. But
sorry,
robot Piper.
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
So cute.
I also like the one, the little Japanese dough boy.
Yes!
Yeah.
He gets eaten right at the end.
Oh, sad.
Sad. It is sad. I also like the islands that get developed. All of this Pixar, these islands grow and they fall in love.
Oh, yeah,
The-
yeah. A long time ago, there was
The volcano
a
song?
volcano sitting all alone in the middle of the sea. Next question. Who is your favorite actor?
Tom Hanks.
Ooh,
Johnny
Tom.
Depp.
I like
Johnny
I don't know. I really
Depp?
do like him.
Depp.
I'd probably pick John Wayne only because I saw almost all of his stuff. But I do like Tom Hanks.
What is the saddest movie you have ever seen?
I can tell you the sad movies that I won't watch are all the dog movies that are out there. Like Marley and Me, I've yet to watch.
Oh, Marley and Me was a really sad. It was a good movie, but it was so sad.
Hey, I've never seen it. I'm probably not going to ever watch it, only because it makes me sad when I see that stuff.
No, Dad, I asked you about this movie if you'd seen it, and you said no, because it seriously is so sad. But it was one of the best movies that I've ever seen. But I cried probably 10 times through this movie. Not just like a little bit of a tear, but sobbed. Like it was that sad. Like it got me. It's called You're Not You with Hilary Swank.
Well, one of the saddest movies I've seen, The Boy in Striped Pajamas, based off of a book, based off the Holocaust.
It is true. Very good movie, Morgan. I commend you. That is exceptional.
Who is your favorite director?
Really? Do I need to even say it? Do I need to even say it? Really? I'm going to let Maggie say it.
Steven Spielberg?
Oh my God! You win the prize!
Yeah, I think I'll just have to agree with you. He's first on the list when you look up directors. So.
Of course he is. He's like magic. Okay, well, that does it for this episode.
All right.
Morgan,
Folks,
thank you.
thanks for...
Bobby,
Oh.
there you go. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.